Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a browser that wants to completely change the way you surf the web. Think of it less like a tool you use and more like a partner that actually helps you out. So let's just start with that question, because let's be honest, for a lot of us, the daily web experience feels, well, it feels more like a chore than anything else. We're always juggling tabs, searching for the same stuff over and over, just trying to keep it all straight. Yeah, does this look familiar? I thought so. It's that feeling of just digital chaos. You're trying to manage a single project, but you've got countless tabs open. You're re-Googling the same terms, and you totally lose your train of thought. It's information overload, and frankly, it's just exhausting. But what if we could flip that script? What if your browser could become an intelligent partner in all this? What if it could actually anticipate what you need and handle all that busy work for you? That's the huge promise we're looking at today, a pretty fundamental shift in how we think about our browsers. So this is Atlas Browser, and its core idea is to embed an AI assistant, specifically ChatGPT, directly into the very fabric of your web browsing. And that's a really big deal. It's not just some extension or a separate app. The AI is part of the browser itself, which means it knows what you're doing and can help you on a much deeper level. So how does this all actually work in practice? Well, it starts with a feature that honestly sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, the autonomous agent mode. The process is designed to be incredibly simple. Instead of you doing the work of opening 10 different tabs, you just give the AI one complex goal. For example, forget searching for best cameras 2024, then camera reviews, and then where to buy cameras. You just ask it to find the best camera under $500. It does all of that background research and puts it all together for you. You ask, it does the legwork. Simple as that. And the potential here is huge. This isn't just about finding information, it's about actually taking action. I mean, imagine telling your browser, find the best-rated Italian restaurants near me and book a table for two at 7 p.m. Or research the pros and cons of electric vehicles under $40,000. It completely transforms your browser from a passive window into an active assistant that gets things done. All right, so let's move to the next superpower, because this is where it gets really, really smart. We're talking about a browser that actually remembers what you're doing, not just from session to session, but from project to project. This chart really just nails the core difference, right? A traditional browser basically has amnesia. It forgets everything the moment you close it. Atlas, on the other hand, is designed to maintain context. It understands that the 5 articles you were reading about Japan aren't just random. They're part of your trip planning, so the next time you search, its suggestions are already tailored to that project. The whole process just gets smarter. And what this means is that the browser gets more helpful the more you use it. It can even remind you about that research you started last week but never got around to finishing. It's kind of like having an ongoing conversation that you can pick up at any time with an assistant who remembers everything you've already talked about. Okay, now let's tackle one of the biggest, most universal pain points of modern browsing, something we are all guilty of, the dreaded, overwhelming tab overload. We've all been there. You've got, 50 tabs open? Each one feels like a precious little breadcrumb you're afraid to lose. You think you're creating order, but really, you're just creating a sea of forgotten tabs and a massive drain on your computer's memory. This is where Atlas steps in and basically acts as your personal digital librarian. The AI analyzes all your open tabs and automatically groups them by topic. All your travel research goes into one neat group, your work project tabs go in another. It can even suggest closing tabs you haven't touched in a while just to help you stay focused on what's important. So all of this points to a very different future for how we use the web. But it also raises a really big, really important question. With a browser that remembers so much about you, who is in control of all that data? And the answer is simple: you are. The developers seem to get that a feature like this could make people a little uneasy, so they've made it super easy to just turn the memory function off completely. The whole design really puts you in the driver's seat, letting you decide exactly how much personalization you're comfortable with. And this is just the beginning. While it's currently available on macOS, the roadmap includes expansion to all the major platforms. They're also planning to integrate voice commands and make that AI agent even more powerful, so it can handle more and more complex tasks. And that really brings us to the final and maybe most important question. This kind of technology isn't just about a faster browser. It represents a fundamental shift in our relationship with the internet. We're moving from a tool we command to a partner we collaborate with. So the real question isn't just about what the browser can do, but what could you achieve with an intelligent co-pilot by your side? What problems could you solve if you weren't constantly bogged down by all the busy work?